Hello. hello. Don't want my teeth. I need to get braces again. But hey, um, I haven't done a YouTube video in forever, so here I am, like trying to redeem myself. Cause for real, like I haven't done a video in a minute. But yeah, what's new with me is I shave my head. Now I shave my head regularly now. You can see it a little bit at the top. It's a little brick in here, like it's a little cold in here. So I'm bundled up. I got my jacket on. I got a little bomber on. The bombers never fit me on the arm handle. They never do it right for me for the arms. It's always like this. But when it's straight down, it fits. But when my arm is curled up, it ends up being like this. But either way, I make do. It's fine. But I should sue, right? Like they're not making clothes for me. Shouldn't they make clothes for me? Or I'm bugging? Like I'm off? Or what? But I shave my head regularly now. I moved to the West Coast. So I'm on the West Coast. Girl, it's something. Like, or excuse me, not girl. YouTubers. People watching YouTube. It's something. Like it's hot. It's nice. They have palm trees out here. Like I'm walking around palm trees. Like literally. When I walk outside, there's palm trees. It's pretty something to be around. It really is. But I want to say, as my first video back, I want to say shout out to the East Coast. Of course, I miss y'all dearly. So shout out to New York. Of course, we love New York. Everyone loves New York. Like, who don't love New York? So shout out to New York. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. Who don't love Jersey? Well, a couple of people don't like Jersey. I know a few people that sat there and said Jersey stinks. And they were talking about the smell. All right, sis. Anyways, shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Pennsylvania, of course. I end up, well, how do I say that? Not hailing, because hailing means stop. I want to say I end up hailing from Pennsylvania, but that to me means I end up stopping from Pennsylvania. How do I say, it? I can't even think. I end up, what is it? Damn, I almost had it. I end up originating from Pennsylvania. I ended up originating from Pennsylvania, moving to Jersey, in the middle of me growing up, like as a little offspring that I was. I lived in Pennsylvania, then I moved to Jersey, then I moved back to Pennsylvania, then I joined the military. When I joined the military, I ended up being stationed so I ended up living normally without basic or boot camp and without AIT, not mine, but to learn or whatever, to learn your MOS or your job, it's AIT. But I ended up I could do a video on army shit. But I ended up being stationed, so I ended up living normally I did 3 duty stations. That would be Georgia, Korea, and Colorado. After that, I moved back to Pennsylvania. So I think where did I go? I went to the South for Georgia, went overseas for Korea, where I lived for a year. For the South, I did like a year and a half. So in Georgia, I was there for like a year and a half or something like that, or almost 2 years. Then Colorado is like, what is that, Midwest, I guess? Or Central? Bitch, I don't know. But I don't know about Colorado. But I did Colorado for like a year and then moved back to Pennsylvania. Then after that, I've been tossing between Pennsylvania and Jersey. And also, I did like a little tiny stint in New York, where I lived in New York I lived on like 58th Street or something like that for like a couple, like 2 or 3 months I lived in New York, and I love New York. So, I was having it. Like, I had it my way and called it. And you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, my ass was a little fat, too, at that time. Are you dumb? Like, hello. You can't tell me shit. Like, don't, just don't come to me with the negativity either. Like, don't tell me nothing. Like, I was having it my way, too. But, after that, I ended up moving, after New York, I ended up moving to Indianapolis, and I lived in Indianapolis for a little bit. Shout out to Indianapolis. What up? It's nothing over here. I'm on the West Coast. Shout out to everyone in Indianapolis for real. Shout out. Like, that ain't, y'all are y'all. I had a good time in Indianapolis. Like, I had a great time in Indianapolis. I worked for, I will never forget, I worked for Uber Eats. And this is like in 2020. We're in 2025. Is it? It was either 2019 or 2020. And we're in 2025. I lived in Indianapolis, and I called it. I had it my way. This is right after New York. My ass was super fat in Indianapolis. I don't know if it was something in the air. It was something in the McDonald's that I kept on eating. But it treated me so well. Like, my ass was so fat. I said, wow, this is it. Like, I don't know why I left. Like, I should have fucking stayed. Because for real, my ass was fat. Like, I said, wow, I have a big butt. Like, wow. Look at me. And then I was in jeans. I was in jeans and leggings. And I think at the time I had my favorite leggings at the time. But I know for a fact I had my favorite jeans. And you couldn't tell me nothing in those jeans. You couldn't. And I had a Fashion Nova coat. I had a Fashion Nova coat from Fashion Nova. If you didn't know, the Fashion Nova coat came from Fashion Nova. And it was a trench coat. It fit me so well. I said, wow. Like, I was spoiled, almost rotten in Indianapolis. I swear it. Like, I had the time of my life. Or, excuse me, let me not exaggerate. I had a time in Indianapolis, but I really, really, really had the time of my life working for Uber Eats in Indianapolis. And I would go out all hours of the night. Like, I would call it. And I had it my way. I had oh my goodness. I just thought of this. I had 2 good job experiences. Excuse me. I had 2 good job experiences in Indianapolis. One was the Uber Eats, which I loved dearly. I'm a people person, but I like to be, I like to give. Like, I'm like really a giver. Like, I really am like a giver. Like, I can't help it. I just am. So, me giving people buying their food on the app, and then me going to pick it up for them, and me going and handing it off to them, it was just life for me. Like, I loved it. I adored the job. Like, it was one of my favorites. So, and we were decently busy. Like, Uber Eats is big, because, like, for real, I was busy a lot, like, often. And like, on top of that, with Uber Eats, you're allowed to make your own hours or whatever. So you're allowed to clock in whenever you want. I would clock in. Like, it's not like I would sit there and be like, oh, I'm not clocking in today. I'm tired. I'm bored. And I don't feel like working. No, it was always like, nah, I should clock in right now. Like, no, let me clock in and drive around and serve people their fucking food. Like, let me do that. Let me work. And I would work, for real. I would work. It was fun. The other job that I had that was decent was Amazon. I did Amazon driving. It was the regular small packages. It wasn't the extra large. It was the small packages. And I think I was doing over 100, I think a little over 100, I'm going to say right now, I don't really remember. I don't really recall. I don't really remember the exact number. But I was doing a little over 100 deliveries a day. But I didn't know this as I was doing it, because I was having fun. Like, I was listening to music. shout out to Jeff Bezos for real. Hey, I was a worker of yours. And we never met. Boo. He needs to come to some warehouses. If I work back with them again, like for real, I would love to meet him. But I don't know if this is authorized, but I would smoke as I was driving, and I would just deliver packages. The thing that I didn't realize was I wasn't taking my breaks. So I think it was a regular shift, a regular like 9 to 5 shift, a regular 9 to 5 shift. So you would get 2 15-minute breaks and then 1 30-minute break for lunch. Bitch, I wasn't taking none. Like, I didn't take none the whole time that I was driving. I would just drive because I was satisfied with smoking cigarettes and chain smoking cigarettes and listening to music as I was dropping off the packages. I did what I did, and I had fun. Like, it was so much fun to me. Like, I called it. I didn't like the snow. I drove in the snow maybe once or twice. Didn't like it. And then I ended up regretfully, the people that I was working around, I think it was the people that I was working around, like, it didn't fit the scope of what I had going on. So I ended up quitting. But I regret quitting just because it was so much fun. Like, I had fun there. Like, Jeff, it's a fun job. It really is. And for anybody that is, anybody who is looking for a job and likes to drive, I would say do Amazon driving. It's a decent job. But yeah, after Indianapolis, I moved back to Jersey. Back to the storyline. I moved back to Jersey from Indianapolis. From Indianapolis, I ended up becoming homeless, unfortunately. And then I ended up tossing between Pennsylvania hotels and Jersey hotels. And I would just go back and forth ever so often, like, I don't know, like 6-7 months. And then I'd be back I'd say, like, I need to go back to Jersey and then do the hotels there. And then another 6-7 months, maybe 8 months pass by. And then I'd be like, oh no, I need to be in Pennsylvania. Then finally, I was in Pennsylvania. Then I decided to come on down to where I'm at now, where I'm at currently. So I'm on the West Coast now. I'm very close to California, very close to New Mexico. If you could guess it, you could guess it. But, and also y'all know that I'm telepathic. So like, y'all probably already know, like, you're like, bitch, just say the state. Like, you said all the other states, like, just say the state. But to keep it safe and to keep it, you know, a little mystic, a little, there's mystery here. Like, don't tell me otherwise. There's mystery, and it's something. But yeah, I did move from Pennsylvania to the West Coast, and then I did start shaving my head. I shave my hair now. I don't know. I shave my hair. That's what I do. I go bald and call it. But yeah. All right. This is my new video. This is my new video that I'm making for YouTube or whatever. I haven't made a video in a while, so here we are. I hope you enjoy, of course.